Hello, this is Chloe here at Inner Whispers. Today I'm bringing you another video review, this time of the Steampunk Tarot by Charissa Drengsen, which came out in 2010. Here is a card that she sent with the deck and which says Archetypal Images for Navigating the Gear-Driven Apocalypse. Charissa explains that the term steampunk was coined by K.W. Jeter and denotes a 21st century subculture that embraces a vision of an alternative universe, perhaps post-apocalyptic, Victorian Edwardian age featuring brass and copper steam-powered inventions that go far beyond 1800s technology. Mechanical wonders, gear-driven computers, dirigibles, time machines, modded clockwork and flying machines. Influenced by literature such as the works of Jules Verne and H.G. Wells, steampunk is often associated with cyberpunk, but tends to be less dystopian. Goggles are optional. And there's a little quote, "Love the machine, hate the factory." So, how does this play into a tarot deck? Well, one aspect is that Charissa has changed a lot of the suit elements. So, for example, in the suit of cups, even though the titles are kept the same, we see a lot of teapots rather than merely cups, though there are cups too. And the suit of wands shows us parasols of many shapes and colours. She also brings quite a racy edge to this deck, with the suit of swords being represented by whips. And that salaciousness goes further when we see, for example, semi-dressed women, rather sadomasochistic images, and dressing up. Not just old-fashioned, but for example with the wartime face mask, or this delightful three of swords with whip and dirigible goggles. She has also altered the suit of pentacles to be represented by roulette wheels. A nice touch. There are many beautiful images in this deck, some that work extremely well, and others of which I'm not so keen on. For example, I wonder how to interpret a strength card with two women in it, with a caged lion. I'm uncertain about the star card, which, with the strange cat face mask and water dripping from a tap, doesn't seem as hopeful as normal. I like the image of the sun, though the colours don't seem all that sunny. And I have serious doubts about an ace of cups with a teapot pouring liquid into somebody's mouth. It looks like they'll drown, which isn't my normal idea of the Ace of Cups, of overflowing emotion, but normally of a more positive kind. Once again, we have a rather racy image in the Five of Cups, but it doesn't speak to me very much of regret and sadness. I wonder too at the Seven of Wands. And the Nine of Wands doesn't really have that aspect of defensiveness or needing to push on a little further. The King of Swords seems a little more appropriate to a King of Pentacles. And I wonder at the Queen of Pentacles. I don't quite understand her. Not that that's a bad thing. However, there are also images which I find delightful. For example, the Fool, with her little dog wearing a silly hat and a dirigible whisking off in the upper right-hand corner. Houdini is the ultimate magician. an alternate kind of emperor, and the ultimate in wise old men for the Hierophant, teaching us many things. The hermit too, although much more modern looking, gives a very interesting perspective. And death, while a little racy, is also challenging and interesting. Temperance brings us the idea of finding the right mix, the right balance, but also adds in some scientific means of mixing things. The tower is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, with people walking a tightrope and a few other things all jumbled in, gives that feeling of chaos and uncertainty. And a beautiful moon card. I also really like the Ten of Cups. What a chaotic family. And the Queen of Cups. Elegant and emotional. The Ace of Wands is a perfect depiction. And in the Six of Wands, Charissa brings in a little bit of the Wild West, which is also sometimes seen in steampunk fiction. The Ten of Wands stays colourful and yet rings true. And the Queen of Wands is definitely sensual. I also love the Ace of Swords, a strong card and image. And the Two of Swords, which goes rather watery and yet I think really works. There are more quixotic images with the Page of Swords. And I rather like the Queen of Swords, even if she isn't particularly attractive. The Seven of Pentacles brings a bit of technology into what is normally a quite bucolic card. And here we really have the hate the factory aspect of Eight of Pentacles. So this deck has a lot of charm. The cards, as you can probably see, are quite small. They're poker card size. And the images are a kind of photographic collage, I guess. They are a little bit racy. There is a fair bit of nudity or semi-nudity. But the deck is traditional to Rider-Waite in the sense of the themes, if not the actual images. If you are at all interested in the steampunk genre, or just like a deck where there's quite a lot going on, a lot of symbolism that springs out, non-traditional symbolism, but nevertheless, then you might find this deck an interesting addition to your collection. I hope this review was interesting and useful to you, and I hope that you'll come back again soon. In the meantime, please listen to your own inner whispers.